winning in 2010. Rodgers' former teammate Brett Favre gave his opinion on the two-time MVP. Let's take a listen.
Obviously, Aaron has carried the team for a long time. I don't see why that's not going to change. But that in itself is not enough. At least it hasn't been, and it's been pretty good. So, as good as he is, I would have thought that they would have won more than one by now. But I don't know if he can do anything else other than what he's done up to this point. So, it's always, it seems like one piece of the puzzle is missing.
Shannon, what's Favre saying here?
Skip, he tried to be very, very, very careful. Because in 2011, after Aaron won the Super Bowl, he says he's surprised it took him so long. And he also said it took him so long to win the Super Bowl, and he also, and I quote, he just kind of fell into a good situation. Oh, really? So I guess you didn't have no good situation when you were in Green Bay.
You didn't say that.
He had that same situation.
Okay.
Did he get it to a Super Bowl?
Did he get to a Super Bowl?
Did Brett get this same talent that Aaron Rodgers had? Did he get it to a Super Bowl? When he had Greg Jennings, he had Donald Driver, he had James Jones. Did he get it? Ryan Grant, did he get it to a Super Bowl?
Well, he obviously got to 2 Super Bowls.
Wait. I mean,
Similar talent.
Yeah, I would have thought that after winning 3 straight MVPs, he'd have more than 1 Super Bowl. Wouldn't you, Skip?
Well, you could say that about him, just the way he said it about him.
He tried to give Aaron a backhanded compliment, and in the article, the interviewer said you could tell it was bothering him, and he was it was gnawing at him a little bit for giving that compliment. And you was like, well, Aaron has done about everything he could. That ain't what you wanted to say. You tried to take a shot. Yeah, he did. Backhanded compliment. Because he also said, what did he say early on, Skip? It's not my job to get Aaron Rodgers ready to play quarterback.
Well, that's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know how now, been reported that, they kind of patched up their differences and all that. But Skip, you can't. You surprised he hadn't won more than one? All this. I mean, what? I mean, you think that the Packers are the only one that have talent?
Wait a second. He said, as good as he is,
good.
I would have thought they would have won more than one by now. What's wrong with that? That's a front door compliment.
Hold on, Skip. Brett Favre won 3 straight MVPs. And in the time he won those 3 straight MVPs, how many Super Bowls did he win?
Okay, but he wasn't talking about himself. He's talking about Aaron Rodgers. He's delivering the highest compliment he could deliver.
Does he really?
I don't know that he could have done any more than he's done.
Let me ask you a question. If Aaron Rodgers had Reggie White and Leroy Butler on his defense, how many Super Bowls do you think he could have won?
I don't know. That's not what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking about. He tried to give him a backhanded compliment. You saw how. Look, normally when you heap praise on somebody, you don't have to pause. Let me tell you about Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thrower of the football I've ever seen. And I've been around some great quarterbacks, played with a few of them, went to the Pro Bowl.
Well, probably because he really gets it. He doesn't think that he's the greatest thrower of the football he's ever seen.
That's why it takes you so long. You gotta see, when you try to give somebody a compliment, you don't really have to think about it. But when you're trying to take a little back door and give them a compliment, you got to kind of parse your words. You got to say like, yeah. As good as he's been, you would have thought by now he'd have more. What do you mean? Like Aaron Rodgers, the only talented quarterback.
I mean, he's Brett Favre. And who had the stronger arm between Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers?
Who's the better quarterback?
I don't know. Who had the more fourth quarter comebacks and late game heroics? Brett Favre by far.
Because you know why? Because he had thrown 3 interceptions in the first half, so he dug the hole that we're in. So he better find a way to get us up out of it.
So I've been wondering the same thing about the greatest thrower of the football ever. Well, I'm serious. You brought it up. I didn't. You started talking about it, so I got to finish it. But he had one magical roll to a Super Bowl, in which they won 4 straight games and 1 Super Bowl. He's 5-6 since then. That's not very good. That's not the greatest thrower of the football ever kind of stats. So at home, he said, we got to get the NFC Championship game at home. That's what he said the other day, Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Well, at home, he's 3-2 in the playoffs, and those 3 are all tainted. They all have asterisks beside.
They ain't got no asterisk.
Even though Joe Webb looked pretty good occasionally last night. He didn't look that good in that game that he had to face Aaron Rodgers for the Vikings when he got thrown into that fire, right? Then we know it was a catch, right? It was a catch. Everybody knows it was a catch except you. You're only saying because you're a Cowboy hater and an Aaron Rodgers lover.
Right? Chris Carter said it wasn't a catch, and he cited on the committee that what should and shouldn't be a catch.
Yeah, once upon a time when we first asked him, this is back on the old show, he thought it was a catch. But then he thought about it.
If you go back and look at my tweets, I had just started tweeting about that. I said it wasn't a catch. Just like my good friend Skip, this is not 20/20 hindsight. This is 15/15 first sight. I said it at the time.
Yeah, but
no catch.
But one of us is actually objective about the Dallas Cowboys, and
you're not objective about no Cowboys.
I am.
You've been looking Cowboys since 1960.
I have, but I'll come down on them when it's time to come down. That was a catch. He caught it and ran with it and tried to slam it on the goal line. You know it, and I know it.
Healy, our producer Chris Healy, he and I, we about to part ways.
Watch it.
Because he keeps bringing it, so I asked him not to.
That's what he's trying to slam the ball on the goal line. He's in control of the football.
After further review, the receiver failed to maintain
we got screwed.
possession.
That's what happened.
He went to the ground. He lost possession. Therefore, the pass is incomplete. First down, Green Bay. How was that, Skip?
You know what? That was the moment in my sports watching career. That was the biggest moment that I just wanted to vomit. Because when that happened, I just fell on the ground. What? Because it was obviously a catch. Upon further review, what?
The receiver failed to maintain complete control.
He ran with it for a whole stride. He had the football in his hands.
If the receiver leaves his feet, he comes down. The receiver must maintain complete control of the football throughout the entirety of the catch.
So think about this.
Julian Edelman.
Okay, think about this. You always have to change the subject when you're losing that battle. You have to start another battle. But in this case, Aaron Rodgers, greatest thrower of the football ever, got Joe Webb. Then he should have lost to the catch and Des Bryant. And then he got the Yacht Club. Odell takes the receivers down to South Beach to train and get ready for a game at Lambeau Field. That's what he got. He got a team that was completely disrupted and distracted by its quote-unquote star wide receiver. So you got that. It fell right into your lap. And then you got two of the luckiest field goals I've ever seen to steal a game in Dallas by Mason Crossbar. And then you go to Atlanta and just get your doors blown off. Really? That's Aaron Rodgers?
They gave up 44
That's all you got? I'm with
44.
Brett Favre. It's as good as he is. It's kind of shocking that he hasn't won.
He doesn't play defense.
Huh.
He doesn't play D.
Well, just go win it on offense. That's what Dallas did last year. Dak just went and won it with the offense.
Hold on. But they didn't. They didn't win it on offense. Aaron Rodgers, the greatest thrower of the football, went in there and took it from him.
A 56-yard field goal and a 51-yard field goal?
Well,
really?
He did his job. Who got him in position? That's what you tell me about when Vinatieri kicked it. Who got him in position?
He made one lucky throw because my coordinator made one boneheaded decision of the whole year. He was the assistant coach of the year in pro football, Rod Marinelli. Then he calls a prevent on 3rd and 22 or whatever.
I want the viewers at home to tell me who am I. This guy got the ball and he was like, bing, 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 pat. Bing, 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 bing.
Dak.
Yeah.
Dak.
But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. That was Aaron Rodgers. He said, I don't want no bing. I want bow. You know, no Batman, you know, they have zap. Boom. Slap.
Yeah.
That hurt, Skip. Which one hurt? I just need to know for my personal satisfaction. Which game were you more hurt by? The loss at Lambeau or the one this divisional at home at Jerry World? Which one hurt the most?
That's a good question.
Hey, Healy, give me. Oh, go ahead. Which
you know
one?
What? Actually, the first one really hurt because we had already won at Seattle that year and just cleaned their clocks, those vaunted Seahawks, up in a regular season game. And we were going to get to go right back there to get to the Super Bowl.
We had already beaten the Green Bay Packers in their field. So which on their home turf. We outgunned Aaron Rodgers at home. So which one hurt the most?
We outgunned Aaron Rodgers.
That's what you said. That's what you were talking about.
Last year?
Yeah.
Dak went up there and just took him all apart.
Okay. Oh, so which one hurt the most?
Aaron Rodgers started off last year 4-6. How could that be?
I just need to know the game that hurt. Skip. Which game hurt the most?
That?
Which game hurt the most?
Probably the first one. It just because it was just
that
was just a robbery. It's a robbery. It's a robbery. Yeah. It's a highway robbery.
Did you see Aaron Rodgers make that throw, Skip?
Which throw?
That one, Byron Jones, you're starting strong safety.
Yeah. I saw Mason Crossbar make a 56 and a 51. hand of God.
Look at this. Skip.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Skip. I thought he was on Dancing with the Stars the way he pivoted. Was that the tango, Joy? Was that the
wide
tango
open.
or was that the mamba?
Byron
What they call
Jones.
that?
Byron Jones, where are you? Look, he's wide open.
Oh, but Jerry Cook did the Michael on the sideline with told the like
I don't know what happened.
smooth criminal.
Did you see the last field goal? He duck hooks it left. And have you ever seen a field goal start off left and then suddenly inside? We're indoors. Suddenly blow back to the
By
right.
that time, Skip, I had to pour me a red Solo cup full of something. A red Solo cup full of something, Skip, because I already know what was going to
It was
happen.
the first game you won the whole football season.
No, I beat you 3 times, Skip. Both Giants in that one.
Oh,
I'm going to get you some more this year.
Well, it's easy to remember if it's only 3.
Oh, yeah, 3 times. But I just need to be, hey, how many times, Skip, do I need to be right if I play Powerball and Mega Million?